Hey everybody, it's Coinsnobz. I'm Keith,
I'm Jason.
and today we are doing some trick-or-treating.
There you go.
Anyway, we got a friend of mine, Brandon, shout out to Brandon, had a jar of pennies, mostly pennies, and a bus token.
Perfect.
And I told him I would go through them, see what we got in here. So nothing special so far, just taking a first look down inside of it, but we're going to go through all, I don't know, it looks like about 4,000. And
something like that.
let you know if we unlock any secrets. So,
Wow,
anyway.
that was great. Yeah, and of course, since we're getting this from somebody, might as well add this to the pennies that are going to be going into the Philip Penny album. But, yeah, alright. We'll show you what we find. Alright, here is a rundown of all of the goodies that we found. Whole bunch, well, decent amount of cents over here, and some miscellaneous over yonder. Left hand side here in this corner we have a whole bunch of Canadian cents. 1966, 1952, pretty old. 81, 82. Could this be an 83? Nope, 2001. And a 1982. Over here, we've got one single 2017 P, Philadelphia. For those of you folks out there that don't know, this is the only year that our cents actually had a mint mark on it if it was struck in Philadelphia. There is a double die that is known down here near the mint mark. This one's already been checked, so this is a no. This is just probably going to go into a tube somewhere. And then, of course, we have the Lincoln formative years, which could have a double die there around the area of his hand, where he's holding the book. 2009 Denver's, it was only the satin finish. Philadelphia had a whole bunch of them. None of these qualify, unfortunately. They've already been checked out. And then right here, we've got a bunch of pretty decent mint state coins. I won't bore you too much with those, but they're older mint state coins. Red to red brown. Nothing super fancy. Then we have some oddities. 1957 Denver. Neat little die chip there in the 9. And also there in the bottom of the B. A 1953 S. With a little something right here. Little bit of a die break right there. Nothing huge and significant, but it is a die break. A nice old Canadian, 1943. Right there below the N. I'm going to say that's probably a die chip. I think that might be the oldest Canadian cent we've ever found. Not positive. If you guys remember, throw it down in the comments. I know we've found some old ones, but I think this is the oldest. And a 1953 plane with some stuff right up yonder way. Always neat to find retained lamination like that. Usually, especially since it's a 1953, that little chunk is already peeled up and separated from the coin, but once in a while you get lucky and it's still there. Other than that, it's pretty much your basic, well-circulated wheat penny. Over here, we've just got some basic wheat cents. Of course, I say basic, but I mean, come on, they're wheat cents. 42 plain. 57 plain. Which, I mean, my God, we have so many 57 plains and 57 Denvers. 41 plain. Getting a little bit older. 42 Denver. Not a bad looking coin. 58 Denver. The only thing we have more of than 57s is 58s. 42 Denver. 48 plain. Definitely seen some better days. 45 plain. And our oldest one, 1934 plain. Not in bad shape, actually. I mean, that's, what is that, an 89-year-old coin? I mean, come on. And then right-hand side, the weird stuff. Transit Company, Rose City. Good for one fare. That is really cool to find. Not sure how much that's worth. Haven't looked into it yet. Not even sure what Rose City is. But how neat is that? Canadian quarters with a colorized flower in the middle. It says remember souvenir below that. It's a 2004. I believe that's probably for the armistice for World War I. I actually think we found 2 of those, if I remember right. We did. How cool is that? Definitely shout out to Brandon for just throwing a bunch of debris into that bucket, because it certainly made it interesting. Un peso, 1975. Very cool Mexican coin. Gotta have a large-sized washer. I mean, every trick-or-treat bucket that I've ever seen has one of these. Italy, 1969, 50 lira. Minnesota token. The Gopher State. The 32nd state as well. Wonder how old this is. This looks pretty old. Something else I gotta research. Or, I mean, if you guys know, throw it down below. You guys are the biggest wealth of knowledge, honestly, that we have over and above Google, because as you guys have, I'm sure, figured out by now, Google doesn't always know what the heck it's talking about. And we got a thickie. 1990, 1,000... What is that? Huh? Mexican. Estados Unidos Mexicanos. Nice, thick coin. Very cool. I honestly don't think I've ever seen one of these. MO, I believe, denotes that it was struck in Mexico City. Not sure how many mints are in Mexico, but very neat looking coin. Then we've got a gaming token for Circus in Reno, 1987. Pretty spiffy. Never been to the Circus in Reno. I'm not even sure if it's still there. Have been to the one in Las Vegas. Luckily, they have cheap rooms because it's not the best of places to stay. But I mean, hey, it's always a good place to set up a base camp if you just need a place to crash.
Julian!
And then check this out. Pomona Raceway, Pomona, California, 1996. That is a neat little token. I myself have been to the Pomona races many times. Not in a long time, but I've certainly been there probably half a dozen times or more. Pretty neat little token. And of course, we couldn't see any of these in that trick-or-treat bucket because them being heavier than, well, considerably heavier than pennies, they just kind of settled down to the bottom. So, there you have it. After wading through a trick-or-treat bucket full of Lincoln cents, this is what we've come up with. Not too shabby at all. Certainly a treat for us. And I almost forgot. Got one of these guys right here. Yep, not 100% sure what that is, but I know I've seen it. And if you guys out there are looking for any ends to your curtain rods, there you go. Throw us an email. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. Best way to support the channel. Tick the bell to get a notification every single time that we do upload a video. Throw it a thumbs up if you liked it. Until next time, guys, love you all, God bless, and we'll see you soon. Stay safe.